The Songwriter's Workshop Harmony. It's the third book by Jimmy Kachulis that I've reviewed on this channel, and his other books were Hit Song Forms and The Songwriter's Workshop Melody. This is probably the book that I enjoyed most out of all three. It felt engaging and most complete of all. Also, I must say that I agree with some of the testimonials that you can see here on the back. But that doesn't mean that this book is perfect. So, like all my other reviews, I will tell you who I think the book is written for, what I like, what you can learn, and also some points of critique. What can you learn? As with all music books, you want to know what you can learn and how many pages it will take you. If I exclude the appendix, then you have 191 pages of good information. Compared to the other Songwriter's Workshop books, this book is by far the most elaborate. You can already see this by the 9 sections in which this book is divided. Generating a groove, chord colors and lyric stories, colors of keys, power progressions, rhythmic variations of progressions, pitch variations of progressions, harmony and melody, home and away, and lastly, modulation. Each section has short lessons that break down the larger topic into separate songwriting techniques. Once you're almost at the end of a section, then you can expect that multiple techniques will be combined. What I like. I like how all those Songwriter's Workshop books are divided into clear separate sections. They are easy to understand and it's good to keep things separate whenever you can. It's interesting that he starts the book by explaining what a chord groove is and how you can apply it to your chord progressions, and also how you can take grooves from already popular songs and use it in your own music. Some other things that I liked were the chord colors section. It is very clear. The chord variation chapter is great. And I like his choice to first dive into chord colors and then to dive into the key colors. But overall, I find that the book's information starts to become really juicy from chapter 7 and onwards. And also a nice detail is the tooltip sections that you will find sprinkled throughout the book. They're quite handy. Points of critique. The Songwriter's Workshop Harmony has the same issue as Jimmy Kachulis' other books, Hit Song Forms and Melody. I find that it's not 100% beginners friendly. For example, if you don't know how to read sheet music, then you'll have a difficult time using this book. Also, in some parts of the book, I would have liked to have an extra explanation. For example, of why the subdominant and dominant chords are less stable, or why certain power progressions work the way they do. And I find the chapter on repetition and contrast to be a bit low on information. Who is this book for? I think this book is for intermediate and possibly even advanced songwriters who are looking for more inspiration or just maybe want to refresh their memory. For example, I made plenty of notes about techniques and things that I liked and I want to remember. But I would not recommend it to my beginner students because I think it might cause some confusion. However, if you do want to use this book as a beginner, then I recommend you do so with a teacher or somebody else who can guide you along. Or maybe on the side you use a more simple harmony book, or for example a beginner music theory book. You could check out Music Theory Note by Note by Michael Miller, for example. Is the Songwriter's Workshop Harmony the first and last music theory book that you're going to be buying? I don't think so. If you're a beginner, then you can combine it with a more beginner-friendly book as the one that I mentioned before. Or if you're looking for something more advanced to guide you along the way, then I recommend the book Great Songwriting Techniques by Jack Perricone. It's an excellent book and it goes very well together with actually all the Songwriter's Workshop books. They're a phenomenal combination. Anyway, I wish you a lot of reading pleasure. Stay inspired, stay creative, and for now, see you next time.